This week on football, Mikel Arteta falls out with the Porto boss. Jamie Carragher makes an awkward joke.
And for the last part, you've got to wear it.
I'm loyal. I'm loyal.
To who?
Oh, Manchester United, thank you very much.
Not to Malik.
What? How would you even say that?
Sorry.
Third tier Saarbrücken do the impossible again. Declan Rice makes a mistake.
And Cole Palmer gets the Chelsea fans on their feet.
Tell me stories of all that are great. Cherish these days before it's too late. If you could turn around yourself.
Welcome to this week's episode of Goalposts for Jumpers. It is me, Alex. I am joined by Gareth.
What's happening, guys?
And a special guest. It is a man who is used to getting crowds off their feet. It's Kilimanjaro. Welcome.
Yes, people. Guys,
how are you, mate?
Thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to be in sunny Bristol.
Sunny Bristol.
Yes.
Dark and
love it
Bristol.
down here. Love
Dark
it
and
down
digital. Well, you've just done the three big M's in terms of performance. You did Mexico City.
Yep.
You did Mumbai.
Yep.
And you did Minehead.
Yeah. Minehead.
The three
obviously
big
the
M's.
most tropical out of the,
Yeah.
out of the three. Yep.
What is the big question I want to ask you? The drop, because I was looking at United. You know, United played Liverpool, Tottenham, and then Newport in the space of like 2 months. Is that a similar sort of thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, probably I enjoyed all three of them just as much as United struggled against all three teams. So, yeah, I mean, like, they're all, I just love playing. So it's like every show is very different, and that's a plus, you know? And the crowds are very different. The crowds in Mumbai are sick, really sick. The energy there is like really cool. And I think there's something about playing to a crowd where the culture is completely different from where you live.
Yeah.
You kind of tailor stuff differently, you play differently, you bring that kind of a different energy to it. Mexico City was nuts because like
Swedish House Mafia,
yeah,
right?
it was with Swedish House Mafia at the stadium where Maradona scored the hand of God. Do you know what I mean?
No way.
Which is mad. So obviously,
Wow.
like being from up in Scotland, it's like as soon as I announced that, like the boys from home went a bit nuts. And then I think that was like almost 50,000 people, which is crazy as well.
That's so many people.
And then I mean like super blessed to be able to do stuff with Fatboy Slim. You know, I played with him up in Edinburgh. I think it was the start of last year. So it was cool to get back and do stuff with them in Minehead. That festival's nuts. Yeah, that festival's crazy. It's like you turn up and it's like 50-year-olds in fancy dress off their heads on God knows what. So yeah, it was cool. It was really fun. Those were like the 3 M's.
Yeah, the big 3 M's.
The big 3.
What
Once you've done the big 3, do you really need to do anything else?
No. You've got Bristol obviously tonight.
Yep.
After the podcast.
Yep.
How do you find Bristol? Because you quite like performing in Bristol, right?
I actually really love playing in Bristol because I think like there's something about being able to come back and repeat playing in places. I think because I play quite a lot, like all over Europe and now obviously a bit further afield, which is also such a blessing. It's like it is quite rare to be able to come back and play the same city repeat the same city over like a fairly short period of time.
Do you do the same venues over and over, or do you like
so I've
change it
done
up?
Motion I've done Motion twice.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Which is great.
Yeah.
Got to do New Year's Eve at the end of 2021. That lineup was sick. Got to play with Eats Everything, who's a Bristol local.
Oh, is it?
Which was great fun. And I also did, I can't even remember what the venue is called. It's like this massive warehouse, and it was with Boiler Room. And it was maybe like October. Yeah, it was October 21. And it was like me, Skin on Skin, Salute, Suru Singer, and I think there was a local girl that played. And yeah, that was crazy. That was like a proper like massive warehouse. And I think it was then, I think that might have been my first Bristol show actually. That was when I properly fell in love with Bristol. And then I've come back, been able to do Love International last year, which was great fun. Yeah, I just feel like I've been very blessed to have like start to build a following down here, and tonight's show sold out as well. So
That's amazing.
Talking of tonight's show as well, at the time of recording this, we're talking a few hours away from the show.
Yeah.
You're not like nervous.
You're
I'm
far
so
too chill.
anxiety ridden. I'd be sat there like thinking, there are so many people there with expectations to come watch Kilimanjaro, and you're talking to two dweebs on a football
Mate, I was
podcast.
nervous about the podcast.
Yeah, and there's no one here.
And there's three of us.
There's no one here.
Yeah, we got no audience here.
Yeah.
So the guys up there.
Look at this crowd. Yeah.
I think like it's what I love. You know, it's what I love to do. It's like I've been performing since I was a kid. You know, getting the pots and pans out in the kitchen and all that like that. That's been me since I was a youth. So yeah, performance is my second nature. And again, because I guess I kind of know the Bristol crowd. I've had a lot of messages, which also thank you so much to anyone who's messaged me in advance. Which also is really nice. Kind of gets you like looking forward to it. And I've had a bit of time off since my last kind of run of shows in February. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get back in.
You said about the pots and pans when you were a kid. You said just before we started recording that's how you kind of got into music, that you were in a band and you played the drums.
Yeah. So me, my big brother, and one of our close friends, Sam, we've been making music since we were about maybe like 12, 13 years old. I started drumming at the age of 12.
Who got you into that?
So I was brought up at church, so I've always had that kind of like musical, like gospel influence like around me. But like I just love music. I've got an older brother, a younger brother, and a younger sister, and all four of us are like super musical. And yeah, I think I just gravitated towards drums. I really love the rhythm. I really love creating rhythms to like get people to dance.
Definitely shows in your music that.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I
you
You see
appreciate
those
it.
crowds like on your Instagram, like it's mental. Mate, I was watching on Instagram. I said to Alex, like, mate, I'm ready to run through a wall.
Yeah. I'm so gutted.
Honestly, I wanted to night out.
Like,
I
we've
literally
got-
was I want a
That's the
night
energy,
out,
man,
mate.
that's
I
it.
wanted to like, I was ready for a ripper. I was sending the videos to my missus, and she replied, "What a sick." You know what I mean? Like, she was up for it as well.
Yeah,
like, she's
yeah,
on a
yeah.
night
That
out.
energy is different level.
you
Like we were
feel
saying,
it.
we're so gutted that we can't make your show tonight because that would have just would have been amazing.
I'll be back soon. don't
You'll be
worry.
back
I'll
soon in
back for
Bristol.
sure. I'll be back.
But that energy, and we were talking just before we started as well, your energy for the show. You said obviously like you've got energy naturally, but it's a different level. I would love to put on this YouTube video a video of some of your sets, but they pull it straight away.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
But I'm going to put it without the music just to give you
Yeah,
an idea, and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put it in here.
I'll just sing a cappella
Yeah.
over the top of the.
Do you know what you said before we started? Should we ask him to do anything acoustic?
It's like,
Yeah.
and then the beat comes in. Yeah.
Literally. But yeah, no, I think like, yeah, I just love what I do. So it just, I like that to, I guess, carry into my shows. And then I just want people to have fun. I think pre-COVID, as an artist, I was a lot more serious. You know, trying to kind of do that kind of cool, like, serious Afro housey, like, not that Afro house can't be fun, but like I was trying to do the more kind of serious side of stuff, especially with my production. And then COVID happens, and you don't get to party, you don't get to enjoy for a long time. And then so after that, I was just kind of like, let's just have fun. Like everyone had a lot of kind of built up tension and a lot of like built up, frustrations, I suppose.
That
So-
definitely coincided with your success, though, right?
Yeah. I think like I was super blessed to be able to work with. So I was in Scotland, kind of coming out of COVID, and moved to London in 2021, summer of 2021, and just after I moved to London, the clubs in Scotland opened up, so I was actually traveling back to Scotland like every weekend to do shows, just because obviously I'd built up a bit of a name for myself up there, but still kind of outside in London at parties, at events, networking. And then October, November time, I started doing stuff with Fred again. So played with him in Glasgow. Yeah, mad.
Crazy.
Obviously, we've got questions about that.
Yeah. I mean, everyone. But
do you feel like you're kind of, since you've done that, and obviously the big one in the boiler room,
That boiler room one, mate, it was like 1.4 million views. We had it on here when we were setting everything up. I forget Fred again, first and foremost. Like, the first 38 minutes of just you, I was like, mate, this is so hype. And then Alex didn't tell me, and then I saw Fred again come in. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, but wait.
Fred again's hyping you up, man.
Yeah.
And it was, mate, honestly. And then when the shirt comes off and you're like proper going for it, mate, it was sick. Like, that energy comes through that video is like, I'm not surprised it's got 1.4 million views, but what did it feel like when you were in that boiler room?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I speak for every artist, every electronic artist, I suppose. Boiler Room's such a massive platform. Again, I think it started off like up here, and then it kind of had a couple quiet years, kind of dipped a bit, and then I guess maybe it was lockdown. Everyone kind of had time to go back and kind of watch that content again. But definitely 21, 22 there was a massive like refocusing on like the importance of doing a boiler room and clubbing and kind of capturing those moments. So when you get the call up, I suppose it must be like being that like, you know, youth footballer. The manager.
I was going to say,
like,
is it like getting an England call up or a Scotland call up or something?
Exactly. And it's like, you're like, right, okay, like this is my time, but you've got an opportunity to do something. And that's not to say that if your thing doesn't go viral or you don't like smash numbers, that it's still an amazing thing and an amazing moment. But I think like, because obviously at that point, so funnily enough, when I first started playing with Fred in November, I didn't actually know too much about him. And then fast forward, that was maybe June. So like fast forward like 7-8 months, and like you know who Fred is.
I feel like it popped off just after
Just
lockdown.
all of a sudden,
really
like,
popped
there
off.
was a few viral videos. The boiler room video is the one I remember that kind of cracked him through, and everyone was talking about this producer who produces loads of music for other people, but his stuff's good himself.
He's a genius.
Yeah, and it's that video of him pressing those pads. I remember seeing it on TikTok, and I was like, holy shit. But it was that boiler room setting. And again, going back to your boiler room, it is just, as you said,
It feels like it was made for you though.
Yeah,
that's your scene.
Yeah, I really felt that, like, you know, you do that prep. I actually only found out I was doing it maybe a week before, which probably worked in my favor. I didn't have too much time to run around it in my head. So, like, I think when it came to it, I knew I wanted to play, like, you know, because I'd been watching Boiler Room since it started. And then, okay, I start DJing properly in like 2016. I'm like, right, okay, if I ever get a chance, I want to play this track. So it was really interesting. Across my set, there's tunes that, like, for example, the first tune I played, I actually heard, I'm sure it's I'm sure Anmi and Ramp are playing. They're playing at Circle Local. The set's on SoundCloud, and they start with a track, and I was like, if I ever play a Boiler Room, I'm opening with this. Like, this is the record. And then that was like before I was even DJing. So like maybe like 2015, and then fast forward to maybe like 2-3 weeks before, there was stuff that I'd just heard or I'd just finished writing, actually, funnily enough, that also went in. So it's such a broad range of tunes. And I just feel like I just really enjoyed it. It was more about just enjoying the opportunity, and super thankful to Fred and his team, obviously, for getting me in. got a lot of love for the Boiler Room guys, man. Like they really, again, as I said, like played the Boiler Room thing here in Bristol, which was like a massive moment for me as well. So yeah, it's just super thankful for like all the opportunities that kind of came from
So
it.
sick. Yeah, I mean, jealous like that is your thing, that you get to do that is absolutely mad.
I've got an idea here, Alex.
Okay.
Should we introduce Kilimanjaro to the Two Lies and a Truth?
Well, yes. Okay. So when I first asked you to come on, we actually weren't looking to talk about music, but once we see like kind of your credentials, how can we not? But
Okay.
the main thing is we wanted to talk about football.
Yes.
You're a United fan. We will get into that.
God's
but
blessing
something
and curse.
yeah, I know. The first thing to get into that chat, we do what we call a Two Lies and a Truth. So I've got 3 football crazy stories. I mean, they are crazy stories. 2 of them are lies, one of them's true. You would have to guess which one is the true story. It's a little bit of a twist when we have a guest on because it's 3 stories that are relating to you. So you're going to know it and you're going to read them and you're going to try and convince Baker which one is the true story.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
so
Fuck
he's
to a
got
mind,
it.
mate.
Okay.
Basically, I get gaslit on every episode.
Every
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Mate, there was one week, I'm not even kidding, where the true story was like a rat scored a football goal.
And it was the true
And I was
story.
like, I still don't go over that.
Yeah, I mean, like, how are you meant to
rat.
get that right? Yeah.
This one I think is equally, but there's a little bit that kind of relates to you.
I like the relate to me because the fact that I've got no idea what the stories are.
what the
It's
stories
fun.
are, and you're only going to find that now for the first time. Okay. 3 stories. You've got to read each one to Baker. Try not to convince him either way, whether it's true or not.
Just get that
we
poker
want,
face
We want
on,
him
you
to
know?
be wrong.
If it helps, I'm not overly intelligent.
Me either. I don't know why that makes a difference.
He's trying to guess himself, right?
I think
I'm just getting my acting.
Your poker
stuff
face,
together.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Story number 1.
Okay. Story number 1.
Yeah.
A lie.
No. I can't look at the things because then you'll know which one's which.
No,
So I
no,
need
no.
to. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Story number 1.
So, story number 1. The first London team I played for when I moved down back in 2021, we actually had Yannick Bolasie played 2 games up front for us just after he left Crystal Palace.
That sounded so true.
Okay, it's the first one.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next one?
Second one is
Oh, he's memorised them.
This is
the
brilliant.
Zambian national team goalkeeper.
Yeah.
His real name is Toaster. I don't know why he's laughing. It could be the truth.
Toaster.
Toaster.
Okay.
And the third is I had a trial for Rangers when I was 14,
Okay.
but my family told me to focus on music.
3 stories. 2 of them are lies. One of them is true. You have done a fantastic job, I've got
I
to
can't
say.
believe you've memorised them.
Well done. Okay, what are you thinking? Where's your head at?
The third one.
The third one that
Yeah.
you had trials at.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lie.
No, I think that's the true
You think that's the true story? Well, normally I would reveal the answer at the end of the show. This week's a little bit different.
You're going to still reveal at the end
That's
of the show.
correct. Yes, correct. Correct.
Can you tell I've done 73 episodes? of this
73
prep?
episodes of me making the same joke, by the way.
Good.
Okay, right. We'll reveal the answer at the end of the show. Football related chat. You're from Scotland.
I am. We're getting in. I'm taking the
Here we
jacket
go.
off.
Take the jacket off.
Shout out
yeah, but this
Levi's, by the way.
yeah, if you want to get a sponsor,
Yeah, if
that'd
you
be
could get
great.
sponsored by Levi's, I'd be
Yeah.
sick,
Come
mate.
on now.
Yeah.
Send the ting. Send the ting.
Yeah. So
There's no
you
reels at this point.
you grew up in Glasgow.
Yeah, so I was born in London, moved up to Dundee actually, which is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
When I was 5, and then did all my school and university and all that, and then moved to Edinburgh, and then moved to Edinburgh, which is where I learned how to DJ and produce, and then moved to Glasgow. I was in Glasgow for about 5-6 years before eventually moving back to London, and I've been in London since summer 21.
So even though you've been in London, you spent a lot of time in Scotland. Do you
I'm
class
back
yourself as a proud Scotsman or a proud Englishman?
Yeah, so it's an interesting one actually.
Say
So
wanna
because it's very interesting. So I'm Zambian, Zambia is like, I'm Zambian. I'm a Zambian man.
Yeah.
Proud Zambian man. But obviously, growing up in Scotland, the Scots adopt you. They make you feel like one of their own. So I definitely resonate more to being Scottish, for sure, 100%. But then when it comes to football, because when I was growing up, Scotland didn't really make any like international tournaments, I've always like supported
say it.
English football.
Don't say it.
Which makes you so unpopular in Scotland.
Yeah, so it's just like a mad mashup, really.
Yeah.
But I'm my own man. I do what I want.
Yeah.
That's it. There's
Yeah.
no rules.
When it comes to club
Oh,
football,
no.
it's
I'm
Man
sorry,
United.
bro. But yeah, Man United with my chest.
And it's only Man United.
Oh, also, if Scotland play England, it's always Scotland.
Okay, I can.
Yeah,
forget
yeah,
that,
yeah. Always, always.
What if
always.
Wales played England?
England.
Sorry, bro.
Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake!
What?
Sorry, man.
You thought you had
Why
thought
does
you-
no one like Wales other than Welsh people?
I think it's all
Sorry,
because
bro.
of you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'm the sole reason.
I'm sorry, man. I almost lied there, but I couldn't. I
No,
have to
you've
be
already
honest,
done
man.
2 lies
Yeah,
already. so it's
exactly.
Too
Maybe
many.
they were all 3
I would
truths.
have really appreciated it if you just pretended. That's fine.
So maybe we can edit that out and
Yeah.
we'll run it again.
Yeah, I'll just mix all the words. Yeah,
Yeah, you just see you going,
just
I
dub
love
it-
Wales.
just dub
Yeah.
it over.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just dub it with you, mate.
You did a
Yeah.
bad
My
Scottish
podcast, I
accent.
do what I want.
You did, obviously, you're a boyhood United fan.
Yeah.
Did you do, and am I crazy, but did you do a shoot for Man United at Carrington? Is that right?
Yeah. So I was honestly, this is crazy because it's just mad how just life just works out. Because I've supported United since I can remember. My dad's a massive United fan. Obviously, growing up in Dundee, first team I ever like went to watch was Dundee United. So Dundee United's my Scottish team. Shout out the Tangerine men out there. Let's go. Men and women in them and they. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad. But yeah, United since I was a kid. And yeah, followed them. Been a massive supporter. Got to go to Old Trafford for the first time back in. My first game was when we played Arsenal in the FA Cup, and Di Maria got sent off, and Danny Welbeck scored and celebrated. I remember it so correctly. I was in the Stretford end.
Yeah.
Tears for multiple reasons,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah. But sorry, going back. My flatmate, is friends with the girl who works in
Like a
the
media
like
department or-
media department
Like
at
MUTV
United.
or
Yeah,
something like that, yeah.
and they were at a party, and he put my boiler room on, and she was like, "Oh, who's that?" And he was like, "Oh, that's my flatmate Josh." And she was like, "Oh, sick." Blah blah blah. Party kind of goes on. And then he was like, they were kind of chatting, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm working with United now, doing their kind of media stuff." And he was like, "Oh, Josh is like a massive United fan." And she was like, "Oh, sick. Like maybe we can like get him in to like do some stuff." So this was like end of 22. And he's like, gets back, and he's like, "Oh, bro, like, met this girl. You need to like shout out Lucy, by the way. Big love to Lucy, you're a legend."
Get me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nod.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, here's a number, like, get in touch." And like there was so much stuff kind of happening at that point. You kind of like, yeah, and then you forget. And then I took the start of the year off last year. I took the whole of January off last year. And was just chilling with one of my boys over in Dubai, and he's a United fan as well. And we were watching United, and I was kind of just, oh, fuck, like, I've got this girl's number who wants me to come and do stuff with United, like, let me chase that up. So kind of reconnected, and there was a couple of things. She was like, "Oh, we might have space for you to do this. And then like maybe a month later, she was like, "Josh, check your emails." And it was like, from Adidas, "We want to get you in."
No fucking way.
So it was like official kit launch at Carrington. Like, yeah.
It's this season's kit, right?
Yeah, this season's kit. So yeah, the green with the white stripes, the cream with the red is
Yeah.
It's
so
beautiful,
nice.
mate.
You know what?
It's
I'm not a
beautiful.
United
I've got
fan,
that here.
but
It's
that is
absolutely
so
stunning.
That's
nice.
the best kit.
It's the best
that's
kit.
this season.
That's
100%.
the one I said. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously the home kit's the home kit. Funnily enough, at the shoot, because we came in, so they did the men's on I think it was the Tuesday, and I always remember one of the girls couldn't do the Wednesday, like one of the fans couldn't do the Wednesday, so she got to do the Tuesday with the men's team, so she got to meet like all
all the
the
players.
men's team. I was like, guys, come on.
Did you meet anyone?
So the women's team were coming in as we were leaving on the Wednesday, so got to meet a few of them.
huge as well.
There's some like
Ellerton and
big
that.
stars in that team, right?
Ellerton, man, what a G.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like proper like, because you know what, like you know what it's like, man. Like Carrington's Carrington. Do you know what I
It's
mean?
the most famous training ground in the world.
Yeah, and it's like you've seen it on Sky Sports News
time.
All the
and
players
like,
driving out. Yeah.
yeah, and just
The
honestly,
history in
like
it is
you
different though.
drove in and it's just
Did you feel like you were a player?
Honestly, man, felt
bet-
like I was going for my medical.
gonna
bro,
sign,
like,
yeah.
honestly, like,
Medical.
honestly,
What a
so
dream.
crazy. Like, yeah. Still get goosebumps. Like even just like driving down that road where like so many
See all the cars
players
going.
of, yeah, crazy.
I would run out on the pitch and just
Yeah, on
just
the
like
training pitch.
done a
Yeah,
Klinsmann or something.
Yeah.
something, just like in the hope that
Eating the
like,
grass.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, mate. 100%, mate.
But yeah, proper crazy day. And funnily enough, they were saying that the guys didn't like the green kit that much. They were like, if we lose in this, it's gonna
It's
be
got
bad.
that like grey kit. Remember when we had the grey kit? We changed and
at
stuff.
half
like
time.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cream one is like,
It's one of those things.
That is
Football
beautiful.
teams now will rebrand their badges, and it normally goes south. If United were to rebrand their badges to that devil,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't rebrand the Man United.
No, you
badge.
can't.
It's too
No.
iconic.
Yeah.
But fuck me,
But that
like,
kit.
that is it pops off that badge. That
Yeah.
whole kit is the best kit I've seen designed in about 10 years.
Yeah.
By
When I
far.
saw it, I immediately I try not to get as.
I'm not a United fan. I wanted to have it.
Yeah, but I try not to get United shirts and stuff like that. But when I saw that, I just couldn't not.
Yeah, you can't not.
And
And
still like 90 quid, by the way.
yeah,
Did you- how many
that's
did you get
crazy.
free?
Yeah, I got all of them for
Of
free.
course you did.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, big love to United and the team and Lucy. Yeah, Manu obviously scored that goal against Wolves in that kit.
And that's going to be iconic.
Yeah, run a clip of that.
Run a clip of that. That's maybe my favourite goal in I think a long time. That goal.
Yeah.
It's his
Just
celebration.
everything about
He's just
he's just
after.
like, nah, it's calm. I'm here.
Oh, at
That
18
age-
18 years old.
That age to have
Absolute
that
madness.
temperament.
Yeah.
You'll kick on. Like, I love the fact he's got that temperament, that confidence at that
Like
age.
he's got that temperament, confidence, but he's got his head screwed on. Like my favorite United player of recent times, probably a bit controversial, is Paul Pogba.
What a
Just
player.
like
We were talking about
talent
him
wise,
this week.
just different gravy.
He's probably the most talented player to come through Manchester United.
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone.
yeah.
To come
Talent-wise,
from the
raw
From
talent,
academy,
yeah.
yeah, ever. Obviously, it's a shame what's happening
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah.
Manu's given that like, not as obviously like skillful, but like
composure.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's
composure,
18. He's 18.
At
Look at some
18.
players. Look at
stature as well
Yeah.
for his age.
Yeah, he looks like he's filled out since the start of the season as well. He
Yeah,
looks bigger.
proper.
Some player. Yeah, he's absolute magic.
gonna be huge for
I
him.
want to ask you, through music, have you been able to kind of connect with many people in football other than obviously Lucy at Man United?
Not as many as I would like. Maybe I need to do more work.
Do you know what you need to do,
do
right?
more
I've got a
work.
suggestion for you. And if this ends up taking you up to that next level, like, feel free to give me a shout out.
Okay.
But this is the one
get
by
you on
Man
the team.
United. Yeah. This is the one by Man United, right? Remix that. 100%.
How hard is that to remix? Actually, do you know
is
what?
the
No, the start.
one.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
United players walk out
That
to
is the drop. Man United fan as
Okay,
well.
okay.
Yeah.
that's your next project for
It's on the list.
yeah.
Nice.
It's on the list.
Can't wait
There
to
you
see
go.
that.
Yeah.
And you never know, as Alex says, it'll connect you into that football world. You'll be playing up front for United.
This has
Exactly,
got to be the first football
know-
podcast though, right? You've done.
Yeah, it is.
Surely.
It's the first
Yeah.
football podcast.
Yeah.
I love chatting about football, man.
Yeah.
I could chat about football all day.
That's
all
literally
night.
what we do.
Yeah, it's
Imagine if you
fine.
just said, and last.
Yeah. I'm
And
never doing
we're
another
done.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't
I've
ever
actually
tell
got
me
to-
what music to
I'm out
make
here.
ever again.
Yeah. Who do you think you are, mate?
Don't you ever tell me what to remix. Scumbag.
Shocking.
Oh my days. What was I gonna say? I think I don't know what it is, but I think I'd just love to play one of those like Soccer Aid games. I think
That's
that'd
our
be
that's
unreal.
honestly.
literally that's our goal.
Do you know what I
we
mean?
are doing this to one day play Soccer Aid. I
That'd be
swear.
unreal.
3 years. I think we've got 3
Like at
years.
Old
My legs will
Trafford.
go in 3
Yeah.
years, but in
I'd
3
need
years,
to
yeah.
get off after 5 minutes. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I just-
a
a
little
5 minute.
cameo. to the fans
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that.
playing alongside Edgar Davids and
That's the-
Robbie
On
Williams.
ITV.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mate,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Set that as your goal, man.
Yeah, man, that'd be sick.
That's
Can't be
all-
far
us
away.
three,
I've
right,
seen
so-
people less famous than you play soccer who pretty much.
Yeah, and
need a better
you're
team,
only
maybe.
getting bigger now, like, right? Because the last 2 years, you said that kind of really where you've blown up, and you feel like that momentum's.
Yeah, I think the thing for me is just it's about consistently working, and being constant and just staying at a high level. So sometimes, as I said, I've had a couple of weeks off shows recently post India, and it's like, okay, in that time, what can you be doing? Like, hey, let's work on the creative, let's work on the social, let's work on the music behind the scenes, let's work on studio time. Like, there's always stuff you can be doing to be staying active, staying current, staying relevant. And yeah, I think like it's a full-time job, innit? So, and also you only get one run at it, so you wanna do it to the best of your ability. You wanna stay hungry. Yeah, I think it's definitely just about treating it as, obviously it's a passion and it's something that I love, and I'm super blessed to be able to do it. But you do want to give it that, like, this is my job element, just to stay serious in it and keep pushing and never rest on your laurels. I feel I'm a big believer in setting goals and setting targets. So I think like, yeah, aiming high and then just aiming towards those things and staying constant.
Where do you see yourself in? I know it's a cringe question, but 5 years time,
Interview question.
music career. Yeah, I'm interviewing you for a job.
Yeah.
5
Where do
years time.
Where do you want to be?
5 years time, I think definitely want to have. I definitely want to have a residency in Ibiza at that point.
You've done a few. Over
I've done
there,
a few
right?
shows over there already, and I've got a few in the bag. Shout out Circle Loco and DC10. I'm back in the summer, so yeah. If you saw me last year, I'm back again, and if you've not seen me there yet, I'm coming.
What a dream.
And there's gonna be more. I think I did Ushuaia last year as well, which was really fun. Hopefully, I'll be back at High over the summer, and then a few others that are gonna get announced, which is cool. But yeah, I think 5 years time you want to have a residency, which would be really cool. I think by that point I'll have a lot of music out, so hopefully be on like a maybe second album. 5 years time, jeez. Yeah, 5 years time I'd like to be on a second album. And I think when it comes to like playing live, you just want to play in the coolest parts of the world, right? You want to travel with it. Like I've done Mexico, but I've not done any of South America. I've done India, but I've not done any really further east than that. I've never done Australia. The States are cooking this year, so I'll be playing in the States.
That'd be so sick.
Like October time, I think, or August time going forward. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I just want to travel with it. Yeah.
That's so
Your
lucky,
Italy shows just look nuts as well.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. Torino last year was crazy. Kappa Future Festival was
Looks
nuts.
nuts.
I'll hopefully be back there this
On
year.
your shows, by the way, like bringing it to football, do you ever like stop off and think, like you said, Torino there, Juventus player, obviously Torino player there. Do you ever try and catch a game? Because I would 100% be trying to go to these stadiums.
So, funnily enough, on my rider, I think like everyone kind of has their little things, their little quirks. Like I know, one of the guys wants to get from each city like a fridge magnet or something.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I love football, I always ask for like the local team's football kit.
Yeah,
Sick.
which is cool, right? But I played Porto in January, and it just so happened that they were playing a match like that evening.
Yeah.
And the promoter managed to sort me tickets, so I got to go to a game,
Is it
which
the
is
Dragao?
cool.
Is that Dragao?
The stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, man, your football knowledge is definitely
Oh,
better.
but I don't know if that's true. To be
I
fair,
know
I could be just.
Benfica's Stadium de Luz, isn't it? But that's
Stadium, Stade de
Stadium of
Luz,
Light
yeah.
in Portuguese. But
I think it's the
Porto
Dragao.
Stadium is meant to be absolutely phenomenal.
It's so cool. Like it's actually so cool. It's like it's built up, but then like the pitch is kind of sunk in, so you can walk past like the stand behind the goal. You like walk behind the fans if you're going like to the stands at the side, and you look down into the pitch. It's
Like a
it's
Coliseum
cool.
almost,
It's so cool.
Oh,
Really
that's
cool.
awesome.
That was really cool. They I think they ended up winning 4 or 5-0 when I went, which is also nice.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would love nothing more to be in a job like yourself, like me and Alex, our goal for this is to like take the podcast around to like World Cups, Euros, and like, go out with certain teams wherever, like Champions League games, do like away trips. But like 100%, the first thing I would be doing, I know you'd be the same. We'd be going straight. I would be in the Juventus Stadium or Torino, and like getting the kits as well.
Yeah.
Like it must be so cool. You get to see the world though, just from
You're properly traveling the world, and not in just like a touristy way. You're kind of
like
I'm there for a reason. And I'm working.
It's cool. Like I think like I love to travel anyway. Always love traveling. So to be able to do it with work and then also kind of tying my passion for football. Obviously, as I said, the show with Swedish House Mafia in Mexico City. Mexico City is obviously such a massive football city. So just the energy there, being at the stadium and stuff was just crazy.
Swedish House Mafia as well, mate.
Mad. The guys are legends, man. I've met them a few times now. They're
really?
so sound. Like obviously, you think like they're massive, so they could easily.
But they're
just
essentially
dicks,
rock stars, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Modern day rock stars.
Exactly. But they're honestly super sound, super down to earth. I think, Mexico's like the second or third time I met them. So we just chatted, took a couple photos, and they were like, just stay in touch.
I would literally simply pass away to see Don't You Worry Child live in Mexico City.
Imagine,
cool. It was so cool, to be fair, because it's like, my agent was like, do you want to do it? Because obviously she worked with like a range of different artists, and I think some people are maybe too cool for it, but like
really?
I'm just like,
really?
I went to see them play at the Milton Keynes Bowl.
Oh, amazing.
Like 10, 12 years ago on their like farewell tour or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it was like, mad nostalgic, and like they're such like legends in their craft and in what they've done. Like,
is it because they do like that type of music that you think?
Yeah, kind of more like EDM-y. But like it was so fun because like I think a local guy, I can't remember his name now. It's a shame. But he opened up, and then I played after him, and then a DJ called Gordo played after me, and then they played. So it wasn't like I was warming up for them. So I was able to like kind of play my stuff that fitted that lane.
Yeah. So you didn't have to lead up to it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of getting the crowd warmed up, playing stuff that I knew they'd like, but also I didn't like kind of come away from the stuff that I normally play, which was cool. It was a really, really great experience. Very blessed, very thankful for that.
Unbelievable.
For sure.
We, at the kind of start of the show, had a quiz that was 2 lies and a truth, where you had to tell 2 lies to Gareth.
Just say you gaslit me.
Where you gaslit Baker. You are pretty sure that it was him having a trial for Rangers. Is
I
that
don't know,
right?
because like, to be honest,
Should we recap the stories?
yeah, sure.
Let's recap the stories.
You read them out.
I'll read them out.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't do it with the same.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to give any. I don't want to give any.
You've done too well of a job first time.
Yeah. You actually
I
did,
don't want to
yeah.
don't want to give away any.
Okay. Story number 1 was the Zambian national team goalkeeper is called Toaster.
Yeah, sure.
Story number 2. Josh had a trial for Rangers at 14, but his family told him to focus on music. And the third story was the first five-a-side team Josh played for when he moved to London. He had Yannick Balassi playing for 2 games up top. 3 stories. Which one are you going to go for?
When did you move to London?
Don't answer that question.
What? I can't even.
I've actually said already, so I've actually said twice. So that's it.
Yeah,
that information.
that's actually
that
shit from
information's
you.
out there.
No, he wasn't a free agent then. Okay.
Oh no, I never said he was a free agent. He just played with us.
When you moved to London,
No, but
he was still playing.
But he played with us. It was just at 5s.
Oh, look at
Just
him
5
getting
sides.
into it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. He's so good at gaslighting.
Which one are you going to go for?
Right, I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, Toaster can't be true. Like,
Ruling that out.
yeah,
There's no one called
obviously,
Toaster, right? Okay,
like, that's
gone.
fucking gone.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, and I know I'm right.
You know you're right.
You had trials for Rangers, but your parents told you to focus on music.
Yeah, you saying that's the truth?
Yeah.
You saying that's the truth?
Easy, mate. It's simple.
I actually had trials, but for Dundee United, not Rangers.
I didn't know that, to be fair.
Yeah, there you go. He didn't know.
I thought.
As soon as I said that, I was like, he moved to Dundee.
So what's the true story?
Don't say fucking Toaster. I'll quit the podcast. I'll quit the podcast.
The true story.
How do you like your toast, though?
Not too well done.
Well,
Medium.
you'll
Not too
need to
bad.
ask him because
His name's Toaster.
It's his name.
Swear
Official.
on my life.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Fact.
Do you know what?
Fuck off.
I love Yannick Balassi, but he never came.
What a
and played
player
for
as
us.
well, by the way. Yannick
I
Balassi.
fucking hate this podcast. It fucks my head up. Rats
Somehow-
are scoring goals, and there's goalkeepers called
There's a
Toaster.
goalkeeper called Toaster.
Yeah, it's tough.
When I found out that you were Zambian, I saw and I knew there was a weird name in one of them, and I saw Toaster. I just thought this is too perfect. I've
There
got to
you go.
write one
What
for
do
it.
you even
Yeah, you did
mean?
well there, by the way.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, you keep supporting England and fucking with my mind.
This
Fucking
isn't
with our
good. Does
minds.
does that mean I'm an amazing liar? Is that what we're
Mate,
saying?
honestly,
You were good, actually.
Actor.
Actor.
Your
Yeah.
ability to remember lines is pretty impressive.
It's pretty good.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You do have a
I'll give you
solid poker. It's better than Will Evans.
Will
I'd
Evans
say.
had you as well,
He
though.
had a good poker face.
What was his?
No, I guess it's right.
What was his? Oh, he said he was too pale to play in Portugal, which he actually did. He actually did.
Yeah.
But he put it across. The way he put it across was like he was offended that I'd written that for him.
Oh, smart.
So it was,
Dead
but
good,
I
man.
guessed it though.
I don't know if you
I
did.
did. How is this goalkeeper?
Called Toaster.
Zambian names, man. There's no rules.
Just nothing.
There's no rules.
Call someone, I don't know, cauliflower,
Yeah, man. I'm
Sponge.
sure.
You know
there's-
what?
I'm sure there's madder names
There
in the
probably
football
is.
world.
sponge,
Yeah.
There's definitely madder names in the football world.
There
isn't there?
probably is.
then toaster.
Yeah, those just kind of normal, right? No.
Well, appliances, maybe not. Microwave Johnson, who plays
Kettle?
for yeah,
Yeah, there's definitely a
Yeah.
kettle.
There probably is a
this
kettle.
England.
Tony
Yeah,
Kettle.
this is the
Got
UK.
microwave and kettle on the wing, like.
Microwave.
Microwave. Yeah,
Microwave.
yeah. You can believe that. Right. Tell us what's happening next. What's coming up for you? Let the guys know as well. It's fine.
What's happening? I think, yeah, we've got a busy summer coming up, really. Super busy summer coming up. When's this out? Do you know?
This comes out next Wednesday.
Okay, next Wednesday. Yeah, sick. So I've actually got a couple of weeks playing in the Alps. So I'm playing in Tignes at the end of the month, end of March, which will be really good fun. Then I'm playing in Germany. I'm playing in Montpellier on the 29th. I'm playing in Berlin on the 31st. Then I'm playing at Snowbombing in Meerhofen as well in April. Loads on. You can find my stuff at KilimanjaroMusic.com. All my stuff's on there.
I'll put the link here.
And my music, I've got a lot of new music coming out this summer. Really, really exciting year coming up.
And you're back in Bristol
And
in
I'm
May.
back in Bristol in May for Love Saves the Day.
And we're gonna come watch you.
And the boys are going to come.
Yeah, we're gonna come.
Yeah,
Can we
it's
come
gonna
up on
be
stage
sick.
with you, just like do the robots?
No,
man,
can we
I'll
come up
sort
and do a
might try and
podcast?
sort you boys some tickets or something.
No, I won't be doing the
We'll,
robots.
we'll sort you some tickets.
We'll do a live
Behind the
pod.
scenes goalposts.
Do a
thing.
live
Yeah,
pod.
yeah.
Do you know what? That'd be sick.
That could be fun for
That'd
you
be so
guys.
good.
That'd be
If you could
sick.
set it up and then there's going to be bare
And then you
musicians
could
who want to
remix
do
our
it.
voices into the song.
Do you know what we are? I was
There's
so
actually
desperate.
so many musicians.
I want to
who
get so
jump
many
on and do
musicians.
like a 15-minute chat
Yeah,
about
just
Yeah.
a
their team.
50-minute chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Because we've had the like I said, Young Bane liked one of our videos the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick! Shout out Young Babe.
Usain Bolt liked one of our videos the other
I
week.
swear on my
Diego
life.
Dallo
Swear on
one.
my life.
It came up notifications. I just logged onto Instagram. I'm not kidding. I was sat on my sofa, Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the back, and notifications. Usain Bolt liked your reel. I was like, okay, who's this pretend Usain Bolt? 13 million followers.
It's actually him.
Mate, I literally.
Mate,
I
it was absolutely nuts.
Man United, like.
Man United commented on our
thing
post
the
as
day
well.
before.
Love that.
It's so sick, yeah.
Little moments like that, mate.
Oh,
They,
that's
they
fast.
keep you going. You know?
But then when I
Yeah.
saw that you liked our video, I was like straight on to you.
Yeah.
That's why I said come and chat about United.
Yeah, no,
And
100%.
we're buzzing
man.
that you
I
did
love,
as
I love
well.
what you guys are doing. I want to give a shout out my 7-a-side team in London, Judas FC, the best team in East London. We are the best 7-a-side team in London. We've
the
won
one that,
everything.
the one that Yannick Balassi
Tonight,
didn't play
actually,
for.
Yeah,
so this comes out next Wednesday, but last Wednesday when we were recording this, we actually won our 5th title. We've got a
Unbelievable.
men's team. We've got 3 men's teams, and we got 3 women's teams,
Rock
and we
on,
got
man.
1 men's
Really?
team. Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's,
do you,
that's
do you
like a
play
whole
for
club
the
setup.
number one men's
play,
team? Or?
so we play Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's like they're
You've got
like
a Monday team, a Wednesday.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What
So
position
you
do you play?
I'm like midfield centre half.
Yeah, the enforcer.
You're
Used
not-
to be
yeah,
a striker. When I went on my trial, it was up front, but
Yeah.
the lungs and the legs have gone since then, clearly.
yeah.
But
And
yes,
you didn't fancy following after Toaster and playing in goal?
I mean, give me another 5 years. I'm just going
yeah,
further
going
back
back,
in
yeah,
the pitch. But yeah, so if anyone is in London and wants to come and play football, it's at Judas.fc or at JudasFC on Instagram, and we've got teams for days. Yeah, mixed teams, women's teams, men's teams, East London. Yeah.
Sick.
Is Toaster's first name by any chance Hovis?
Hovis Toaster.
Hovis
No, his
Toaster.
first name is Toaster.
What's his second name?
Kettle. I actually don't know. I can't remember. I know his first name's Toaster. Mate, when you see a first name of Toaster, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
You don't look
it.
any further.
Like, if it was your pal, you're gonna call him any other name.
No,
It's
Toaster.
Toaster.
It's Toaster. I'd love a friend called Toaster.
There's no rules.
Yeah,
There's no rules.
yeah.
No fucking
Guys, thank you so much for joining us once again. Big shout out to Kilimanjaro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
it's been
guys.
amazing.
Thank you for having me on.
Good luck with your show tonight
Thank
as well.
you.
It's going to
guys.
be
It's
sick.
going to be a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone who's come down as well tonight, and big love to everyone who's watching live, watching back. We love you all.
Brilliant.
Unreal. Shit. I can't fucking believe Toaster's a fucking.
That was
Toaster.
Tell me stories of all that are great. Cherish these days before it's too